Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Fuller Kamara. Today we're in chapter 31 using the transfer function. The client may have multiple company-owned bank accounts for different purposes. The transfer function in QuickBooks Online is for moving funds between two balance sheet accounts. That's the keyword right there. Two balance sheet accounts. It shouldn't be used to record transfer between a client and their vendor's bank account or to record income or expense account. When using the transfer function, there are no fields for customers, vendors, employees, product, service, or for splitting the amounts. So whenever we're using this transfer function, we're only using it for balance sheet account. That is for moving funds. Let's say, for example, if we're moving funds from the checking account to the savings or the savings account to the checking. So that's where we use this transfer function. So to access the transfer, we select the plus new and select on the other column, we select transfer. So once we select the transfer, you can see transfer funds from the account the fund is coming from and transfer to the account the fund is going to. Let's say, for example, we're transferring funds from the checking account, okay, to the savings account. So let's select savings. So now the amount. So now let's select the amount. As you can see, as soon as we select the checking account, it shows us the balance that we have in that account currently. Now, if we look at the savings also, it shows us the current balance. So now the amount that we're transferring from the checking to the savings account, let's say is $500. So the memo, we can say this is a monthly transfer. So we can also add an attachment. We can also make this recurring. So we can set this as a template, then it becomes an automated process. So remember, we have manual entries and automated entries. So if we set this template, let's say we put in the date, we make this a schedule transfer. So we want to make sure this is transfer every month. Then we can also create the number of days in advance. Let's say 5 days in this case. Then the interval will be on a monthly basis. We want this amount to be transferred on the 1st of every month. Okay, so let's say the 1st of October. So this amount, the 500, will be transferred from the checking to the savings. Let's say we have sales tax, or at the end of the year we want to set up an amount to pay our tax liability. So in that case, we can set up a monthly transfer where in every month we can maybe say transfer $500. So we'll put it in a savings account so that by the end of the year we have something to pay our tax liability to the IRS or to whatever taxing agency. So once we finish, we can click save this template. So now if we want to use this template to post the transfer transaction, we can just go to the gear icon and select recurring transactions. So now we can see the transfer, the monthly transfer. We can edit these, or we just use this template. Let's say we want to book our transfer first for today. We can choose the dates that we want to, even though we've set the dates for this amount to be posted on the 1st of every month, but we can still post if we want to post it. We can click save and close. So now once we save and close, meaning we've entered the transfer. So if we go back to, let's say we want to see these transactions, we can go to report and run a journal. So if we say journal, so let's say in this case we want to look for the transfer, right? We can go ahead and do a customization, or we can filter. If we filter, we can say by transaction type, so equals, so what are we looking for? Let's say transfer. So if we save it, so you see it will show us the transfer. So this is how we find the transaction. So you see, you can see now that the transaction, this was the transaction that we've just recorded. So there is a transfer from the checking to the savings account. So if you want to see now the balance, you can now see the checking account balance is now 701. Okay, whereas the savings, it was initially 800, now it is 1,300. So that's how to record a transfer transaction. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe subscribe, like if you like the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.